Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. In today's video, I'm going to be claiming the new legendary from the Awakening of the Spring Iskaland event, Aladia. Before I get into that though, I do just want to say a huge thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring this video. If you are interested in giving the game a go, please do click the link in the description and get involved today. So, as I mentioned, today is the day that I'm going to be claiming the brand new legendary Aladia. We've had 3 weeks or so now of the Awakening of the Spring Iskaland event. So we've had the Continental Challenges up. We're going into the last week of it. We've obviously had the Summoning event, and we've also had the Snowstorm Dungeon events. There's one more of these to come in 3 days and 10 hours on my server. But as you can see, if we go to the ore shop, I have now collected 203. So 200 required to buy her. So let's do that now. So there we go, purchase successful. So we now have Aladia on my account. So just to run through her skills, so she is a Frost support. So her passive skill is whenever an ally with a shield takes damage, there is a 20% chance of inflicting attack penalty 2 on the attack for 10 seconds. Also grants a 10% target's max HP and a 1800% enlightenment shield to all allies for 10 seconds as the battle starts. So the shield can be increased by 10% and the attack penalty chance can go up to 30% with skill tomes in her. Next up, her battle skill. So she deals 300% attack cold damage to an enemy and removes all of their shield. Targeting a non-elite enemy will steal their shield instead. And as you can see there, the damage is increased and the recharge time goes down to 10 seconds. On her ultimate skill, she deals 650% attack cold damage to all enemies with a 30% chance of inflicting them with Frozen for 3 seconds. So Frozen makes it so they're unable to launch basic attacks or cast skills, but takes 30% less damage. And then grants a 12% target's max HP plus 2,500% enlightenment shield and control immunity to all allies for 10 seconds in the meantime. So just to confirm as well, once you get her to rank 2, which will be very quickly, the chance to place Frozen is increased to 50%. And that will then go up to 60% with the skill tomes in her. And obviously the shield will be increased, and so will the cooldowns. They'll be taken down to 20 seconds before any skill haste. So for me, Aladia is going to be a really big change for my account, because if we go to look at this season, at the elemental pairing, obviously it is poison and ice together, and go to supports, I actually have very little in the way of healers, so I don't have Philosia or Ogok or anything like that. Realistically, my best healer is probably Exandra. So as much as I've got a lot of other good options, so I've got Furobath, who can be my tank, I've got some really strong Ice Blast heroes, including the exclusive Ice Blast. Support was something that was really lacking for me. So having Aladia to come in as a strong shielder, also a very consistent attack penalty, is a really good addition to my team. Paired with Furobath to add the healing, and then I can use my Ice Blast effectively through actual areas of the game. As much as we are quite late into the season at this point, I've cleared Pillar of Trial on all 3 elements, so I won't be using her there. I will be using her for Continental bosses, and going forward, the Chaos Shadow bosses in the Otherworld Exploration, which starts in a week's time. So if we look here, 7 days and 10 hours until that begins. So when that happens, we'll be building lots of different teams, ideally 15 teams to tackle the Chaos Shadows, and having access to lots of support is one of the key things about that. So yeah, having an additional support for a very strong damage-based faction element combination is going to be really impactful for my account, and I'm sure it will be for many others as well. So that is that. And the only other thing I want to say is just to obviously run through her inspirations. The reason for that is because in a couple of seasons' time, this is going to be something you can buy with your Echo of Clepsydra. So first upgrade for her is 20% less crit damage taken. It then grants 15% more shield, so her second inspiration is going to be really strong. 60 enlightenment for the third inspiration, 50 accuracy for the fourth inspiration, and then finally increases the duration of buffs granted with the ultimate skill by 30%. That's going to increase her control immunity to 13 seconds instead of the 10 seconds that it's currently placing it for. So, as I mentioned, this second inspiration is incredibly strong, and as we go through the seasons, if we have a look at the exchange shop here, in the season shop, and then swap it to season 3 rewards. So when we go into season 4, we'll be able to buy Uteor. Uteor was in season 1, so we can assume in season 5 we'll be able to buy Ardreth's inspirations. So these items here that can be used to inspire the event heroes. And then Season 6, we will be able to buy Aladias. So it's worth mentioning that saving some of the sand core that you do get each season to be able to get these impactful inspirations is probably a really smart idea. I know this season I spent thousands extra on gold at the end, just to kind of start the season off with a load of gold. But from next season onwards, I'm going to be saving towards being able to do some of these, especially for Aladia and for Ardreth, because I think they're going to be really strong for my account especially. So that is really all of this video. I just wanted to kind of bring attention to the fact that I have now finished this event. Look at the global leaderboard there on my server. I've done 88,000 points worth of damage on the bosses. I haven't obviously built my 6th team yet, but that will be done next week. And then we'll be able to get some more rewards going into the end of the events. But the rest of the ice aura I'll be getting will go on things such as Heliolite dice. And you can get two Heliolite dice from the event as well. So yeah, that is all for this video. It was just a nice quick one. I do just want to say once again a huge thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. If you do want to give the game a go, please do remember to click the link in the description. So thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.